Well, a man in Hernando County has been found guilty of a decades-old murder. It took a jury a little over 5 hours to convict Jeffrey Crum of the kidnapping, sexual battery, and murder of 12-year-old Jennifer Odom. Fox 13's Kylie Jones was inside that courtroom when the verdict was read. She joins us now live right outside the courtroom with the very latest on that. Kylie, I can imagine it had to have been very emotional in there.
Extremely emotional. Just walking in before the verdict was even read, Jennifer Odom's family and friends were already in tears. You could hear a pin drop in that courtroom, though. It was packed as that verdict was read. Now, Jennifer Odom's family and friends held each other and were in tears as Jeffrey Crum was found guilty on all counts. The lead detective even got emotional as he heard the word guilty. Now, throughout this week, the jury heard testimony and details from attorneys about how Jennifer disappeared from her bus stop in Pasco County back in 1993. She was just 12 years old. Several students said they saw her get off the bus and get into a blue truck, but she was never seen again. Jennifer's body was later found in a wooded area in Hernando County. Prosecutors said about 2 years after that, Jennifer's backpack and clarinet case were found in a different rural area. Now, fast forward to 2015, technology used DNA from Jeffrey Crum's son to identify Crum as the suspect in a similar case that happened a year before Jennifer's death. A 17-year-old girl was kidnapped from a bus stop in Pasco County and sexually assaulted. Now, it wasn't until 2023 detectives were able to link Crum to Jennifer's case. During closing statements this morning, the state went back to testimony from Crum's own son about the musical instrument he said his father gave him around the time of Jennifer's death.
How painful must it have been to get in the stand, look over at his father, and say the things that he said about his father. You saw that pain when I showed him that clarinet case and the clarinet, and he struggled when that realization hit him. Those statements that the defendant made to him years earlier about I did Jennifer Odom, now they have context.
The defense called out the credibility of the witnesses throughout the trial, though, who said Crum confessed, arguing they were convicted felons. The defense also pointed to what it called a lack of evidence in this case and witnesses to the actual crime.
You cannot use proof that a man committed one crime to just assume as proof that he did another one.
Now, Crum is serving 2 life sentences on that 1992 case, but this trial isn't over yet. He's facing either life in prison or the death penalty, so there will have to be a separate sentencing phase since the death penalty is involved. The penalty phase will start on Monday morning at 8:30. Allie.
Finally, a little bit of closure, though, for Jennifer Odom's family. All right, Kylie, thank you.